5, action. Hey, Gateway Alliance Church. I'm Pastor Mitch. I am here live from New York. If you've been following Gateway Alliance Church, hey, we're doing a new weekly video series kind of thing. Maybe it'll turn into a podcast, I don't know. But the idea of these weekly videos, called Common Grounds, is that, Pastor Joe or I will answer questions that you might have had from the sermon last week, and then we'll talk about it. This week, nobody had any questions, which is fine. I wasn't offended that nobody had any questions for me. It's okay, because we have discussion questions. One of the coolest things about our church is our home groups, where we have home group discussion questions, and I'll answer maybe 1 or 2 of those while I walk my daughter. And here's the thing, we're at the park right now. It's pretty bright out. Don't want her to wake up, but I am projecting my voice. So maybe she'll wake up, maybe not. But let's get to some of those questions. Here we go. So I saw this movie recently called The Duel. And the premise of this movie was that there was a basic storyline, and it told that storyline from different characters' perspectives. Now, the first character reacted to different events in the movie, reacted to the plot a certain way with a lack of information. They didn't really understand why certain things were happening. And because of it, they got very angry. Their hearts were very chaotic. This main character, or one of these main characters, just kind of was the whole movie choosing violence, not choosing peace, because they had an improper perspective, a lack of information, a bad vantage point on the whole storyline. And I couldn't help but think about this main character's anger and how it relates to Jonah and how it might relate to us as a people at Gateway Alliance Church. See, Jonah had a pretty cool perspective, but at the same time, he didn't fully grasp God's grace. Even though he understood that God would forgive and he understood God's mercy, he didn't grasp why God loved these people so much and how in need of forgiveness they were, how in need of forgiveness he was. In the same way, when we consider the future of Gateway Alliance Church, the kind of ministries that we're going to do, the kind of leadership that we're going to have, the kind of future that's ahead of us, we might lack a certain perspective. We might not have all the answers to those questions, all the whys, and it might cause us to be angry or scared or fill in your adjective, whatever it is, because we don't have the right perspective, because we're not seeing everything. We don't have all the vantage points on the main timeline for our church. But that's okay. I think when I get frustrated, when I get angry or scared, I have to just trust that God is in control, that God knows what he's doing, that he's the one orchestrating and ordaining everything for his glory. And that if we continue to trust no matter what, we're going to be in good shape. I feel very silly right now. I just realized, I think the reason why Sarah and Pastor Joe called this video series Common Grounds is because they wanted to get coffee and talk about the questions over coffee. So here's how I'm going to end this video. All right, I'm just going to advertise a couple of things. We'd love to answer any of your questions next week about chapter 2 of Jonah. Pastor Joe has already given me a little taste of what he's planning on preaching on, and it sounds good. It sounds awesome. I can't wait to hear your questions and to hear Joe's answers to those questions, and maybe answer some of them too, if you guys have them for me. We talked about small groups in this short video. If you're not a part of a small group, I think that's even more important, whether it's on Tuesday or Wednesday, even more important than Sunday service, because that's where you get to connect with the church, get to share your thoughts and dive deeper into the word without us, with each other, with your cohort. And yeah, what did we cover? Jonah series, Common Grounds. Check us out next week. Hopefully we'll have some coffee together. Thanks for being a part of this one.